Hello and welcome to this week's weekly knit chit chat. If you're new around here, hello and welcome. Thanks for joining. I am Jessica. I'm the knitting pattern designer behind Snickerdoodle Knits. I'm also a pattern design business mentor for designers looking to grow their existing business in a way that is authentic and feels good to them. So I do that work with the Pattern Design Circle. I also have a podcast over there. And then every week here on Snickerdoodle Knits, I host a weekly knit chit chat just to hang out and chat about knitting and all of the things. Hello, friends that are joining. How are you doing? How has your last couple of weeks been? Last week I didn't end up hosting the knit chit chat last week because our air conditioning was out and it was 86 degrees up here and I was sweating, and I was very glad I did not end up trying to do a live video with the bright lights. And yes, so I also had woken up with like a headache and I don't remember what else. I wasn't feeling 100%, but I think part of that might have been related to the heat and some anxiety stuff going on. So anyway, how have you been? Go ahead and pop in the chat if you're here live. Thank you, by the way, for those joining live. It's always so fun to see you. 3 words. Yeah, I think I usually do 3 words. 3 words to describe your last week or the last 2 weeks. And I did not actually prepare for this. Oh man, it's been a roller coaster the last couple weeks. This week has been really good. So we'll go ahead and say productive, hot because the AC was out, and learning maybe. You're doing great. Eventful, proud, and excited. So fun. If you'd like to share more, feel free to share more, of course. I believe it would have been right about 2 weeks ago, Maria Elise, that your pattern came out. You also, so Maria Elise was on the last live. She came on and chatted, and she had shared that she was designing for a mystery knit along with Tippy Tree yarns, and it was just like a day or two after our chat that it was announced publicly. The shawl that you're designing is for Julie Andrews, right? Andrews? Not Andrews. Julie Andrews. I think that's right. So that is so exciting. Yes. Perfect. Wonderful. Andrews, yes. Yeah, what else has been going on? So since I always talk on Thursdays, it would have been Friday, right after the last time we chatted, that I actually hung out with a friend. Did you know I have a friend? We haven't done much together. They moved here about a year, 2 years ago? Maybe a year ago. Anyway, she and her husband are going to be moving again soon. He's a pilot, and so he has just transferred to a new airline, and so I decided I'll finally hang out with her, No, I'm terrible. But yeah, so we went to it's called the Whitewater Rafting Center. It's actually like they have created a whole artificial rafting setup where like US Olympics even practices and whatever, but it's like a whole wooded area and all sorts of stuff. So we met up there and had dinner, and what else? Oh, we had dessert. We did lots and lots of talking. It was not even before dinner was over, I was already starting to feel that I was hoarse because it had been so long since I had somebody like just to hang out and chat with about everything. So that was a lot of fun. And then we walked around just on some trails in the woods. And then they had some live music going. So after we finished walking, we just sat on a rock and talked a bunch more. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It was really good. And then let's see, I don't remember specifically that weekend, but in general, I've been doing better about not working on the weekends, which has been good. And so my spouse and I have been doing more together and realizing how little there is we want to do outside in the middle of the day when it's hot. So we've been playing a lot of like board games, card games, that kind of stuff inside. And then of course last week he was fixing air conditioning for 3 days and stuff like that. So it was a nice retreat to be able to go with him to Lowe's to find some parts and just enjoy their air conditioning when we had none. Yeah, so that was last week. I know the last time we chatted I talked about mental health stuff, and very happy to report that doing a lot better, especially over the last week. Some things have been resolving, so that's been really good. It's really helped me to be able to concentrate more on what I'm actually working on and makes me feel more productive, and actually getting stuff done that I want to get done, which feels really, really, really good. Yes. Another announcement. I wish I had the project to show you, but I think it was last week that I shared the Knitters Planner has announced their designers for the 2023 planner, and that is the third party that I was designing for back in March, April time. I designed a cowl using purple and a white speckle with like blues and grays and stuff in it. Both colors from at Haynes House, DK Weight, and it is a mosaic colorwork design in multiple sizes, and I made 2 samples actually, one with the purple as the main color and one with the white speckled as the main color. And so yeah, that was a lot of fun. I had been kind of skeptical about the idea of working with third party for a while. I know that I really enjoy all of the different parts of self-publishing a pattern. I have a lot of fun, even though, you know, it can be a struggle with all of the photography and marketing and all of that, but I do really enjoy it. And so I really wasn't sure what it was going to be like working for somebody else where, you know, you just create the design and you hand it over, and I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much a few years back. Maybe I would have, I'm not sure, but where I am right now is I am mentoring other designers. I'm running a podcast. I have the Design Circle, which is a membership community, and so my design time isn't the majority of my time anymore. And so doing third-party publishing, I realized actually might be a really good fit for where I am now, because it does mean that I would be able to design more without as much work, like not as much work on my end, because they do the tech editing, they do the I ran the test knit. Some folks do the test knitting as well, and they do the photography. So anyway, I haven't submitted to any other designers, any other publications yet, because right now I just am too busy. I can't take it on right now, but it is something that I am thinking a little bit more about in the future. So if you're a designer and you want to chat, sorry, I keep bumping the stand here, chat more about that, I'd be happy to talk about it. I really love working with the Knitter's Planner, Lorinda. They're just pleasant to work with. So that was fun. And then it's, of course, fun to see my name in the list of designers there. Julie-Ann Knitter, she's well known for her socks, is included. Angela Tung and Megan Jones, I think, is the other designer. It's the last name I don't remember for sure, but yeah, so it's really fun to be listed among those folks. I thought it would be fun to include them, those designers, Julianne, Megan, and Angela, as the featured designers here on Instagram that I have each month for the next 3 months. So 2 of them had said yes. We don't have dates yet, but I'm really excited. I think it'll be a lot of fun to have them on. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be sharing more about that as well on Instagram as it unfolds. I don't know what the actual release date for the planner is, but it's a planner specifically for knitters, and then they include the 4 patterns in there, and they have like different tips and things like that for knitting, and so yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I kind of mentioned design guests. Anna Johanna is going to be the other guest this year on the not on the podcast, on Instagram for featured designers. So Julianne Knitter is supposed to be this month. I'm hoping, I haven't been able to get a hold of her yet, but I'm hoping Angela will be next month, and then Megan will be in October. Where's November? Who's in November? I think Natalie Warner of Natalie and Stitches is going to be November, and then Anna Johanna is going to be December. So that's a lot of fun. It's always fun to get that nailed down. I don't think any of those contracts have been signed yet, but I think the folks are interested enough that it's safe to share, hopefully. So, and then also nailing down the last few guests for the design circle. There's always folks that, like at the beginning of the year, I have all of these ideas, reach out to all of these folks, and a bunch of them never answer, a bunch of them say they're not available, a bunch of them have fees that exceed my budget, and so then I have to go through the process over and over again until I do get folks that align. So yeah, I'm just finalizing the last few of this year. Trying to think. I don't think any of those folks' contracts have been signed either, but we have like a money mindset class, a figure drawing class, a well, one of the guests I already had scheduled is talking about publishing with third party from the designer's perspective. Somebody else I already had scheduled actually is Julie-Ann Knitter to talk about Patreon as a stream of income. Yeah. Anyway, there's a few other folks I've been talking to, so that's been a lot of fun. It always feels so good to finally have contracts signed and to have everything ready to go, because that can be a time-consuming process. So that's been part of what I've been working on. And then, I guess, speaking of the design circle, it's almost a year old. Early September, like I think September 6th is the day the first person joined the design circle, and so that is coming up. It's not so far away, so of course that has me, I have been thinking about different things to change or to add, things like that, so that's been exciting to think about. I haven't had time yet to implement anything, but things like adding coaching for just myself, coaching inside of the design circle, and then things like how all of the courses are structured so that everything's kind of lumped together and there's a roadmap to follow and things like that. So, and then I want to create additional material on each topic to give kind of a more overarching basics, fundamentals before folks dive into the guest speakers. So lots of fun, exciting things on that front. It will take a while to actually implement, but definitely have in mind the fact that it's almost a year old, and probably we'll do some celebrating around that, which is super exciting. Hello, I see new folks hopping on. It's good to see you. How have you been? Would you like to share in the comments 3 words to describe your last week, and or what you've been working on? And Lise, you're welcome to share what you've been working on too. Yeah, and so then basically otherwise, this summer, if you haven't watched any of the episodes, my goal has been to slow down. I've been saying I'm working on working less. So a lot of that's just because I want more work-life balance. Both my spouse and I, we were just working way too much and not spending nearly enough time together or with friends or on ourselves. So I've been working on working less. And part of what I wanted to do during this time was to, what I have been referring to, get back to my foundations. And what that means is a lot of like the foundational elements of a business, what's really important to me, and how I want to move forward in alignment. And so June and July kind of just whizzed by, and it felt like I didn't get anything done except for one project that I'm working on with some other folks. And so anyway, I finally have been working on the foundation work this week, and it's been so exciting. I've been enjoying it so much. And yeah, and then today I finally recorded a bunch of podcast episodes for the Pattern Design Circle podcast, talking about different things like branding and why to not copy everybody else and things like that. So I always love podcasting. It gives me a lot of energy. I love sharing. I'm very passionate about it. But today all I've been doing is talking. We had a almost 2 hour call this morning inside the design circle with Kim McBrien-Evans about inclusive sizing. It was amazing. But a 2 hour call, I'm overwhelmed at that point. So talked for 2 hours there, and then recorded podcast episodes after lunch until right before this call started, and now I'm here. So Maria Lee said working on our 4th sock pattern and finalizing the pattern for the Julie Andrews shawl test knit. That is so exciting, and so excited and proud of all of your designs, Maria Elise. It's so fun. Hi Trish, fun to see you here. How's your week been? What have you been working on? Yeah, so then let's see here. I did actually make notes for myself this time. And I think I've covered most of what's happened. Because, it seems like the weekly knit chat chats have become like a podcasting thing or something here. I have to talk about food, right? So, last time I shared that we were trying out this company, Factor is what they're called, but then the website is like Factor 75. I don't know. Anyway, their smoothies I really, really, really love. I have a sweet tooth, and they fulfill the sweet tooth. And it's just like fruits and coconut water and things, coconut milk and coconut water and things like that. So that's been really good. And we've been trying their meals, and it's the first like meal service kit thingy bob that both my husband and I both really like. So I won't say that it's cheap, but it's been working really well for us. A way that we can both have food that we enjoy, that fits our diets, and that is still healthy. So do recommend if you're interested. Haven't done much this week. Anxiety is through the roof right now. Started my second Tunisian crochet project and loving it. Oh, I'm sending a big hug, Trish. So sorry about all of your anxiety. I totally understand how that goes, unfortunately. But I hope that you're finding pieces to calm you and encourage you. And I'm so glad you're enjoying the Tunisian crochet project. That's so fun. For folks that aren't familiar with Tunisian crochet, what Tunisian crochet is kind of like a mix between knitting and crochet. I've never actually done it myself, but they have basically a really long crochet hook, and you make the stitches onto the hook, so they're like sitting on it like a knitting needle, but then they like move on like crochet. I don't know. This is a terrible explanation, but anyway, super fun. And it can mimic the look of knitting. So I would love to try it sometime. I have tried crocheting. I don't crochet. Like, I don't look for crochet projects. I've made like coasters and washcloths, maybe. I can't even remember. Yeah, I think washcloth was the first thing I did. And then I did coasters, but that's all I've done crochet. So, oh, yeah, you can do some show and tell. The only other thing I was going to mention as part of my life update is that we got a new mattress the other day. So we're hoping that helps our back pain and stuff like that. So, yeah, Trish, I'd love to have you come on and show your Tunisian crochet. I will invite you here. I believe I invited you. That'd be fun.
Hang on. Here we go. Hi.
How's it going?
I'm a little dark and gloomy. My tummy decided to not be happy at the end of the day today, so that's super fun, right?
That's not fun. I'm sorry.
So now I'm home. I'm gonna drink some hot tea and then maybe order some soup for some takeout to see if that'll settle things down a little bit. So I'm actually going to flip my camera so you can see this. So this is a Tunisian crochet hook. It looks a lot like a regular crochet hook, except at the end it is attached to a little cord, kind of like your circular knitting needles, with a little bobbin thingy at the end of it. So what I do with this, I'm going to see if I can position this in my boobs. Follow along as I start doing my first row here. So let's see. This is fun, right? The classic boob camera here. Okay, so I have my hook here, and I'm going to put it in my first stitch here. And then if you see these loops right here, I can go through. Oh gosh, my boob. Okay. Trying to do this in a way where I can hold my camera, and if I had planned on doing this like a tutorial, I wouldn't be doing boob video here. So basically, you go through these. I'm just going to do this without trying to actually demo it because this is not working. So you go through and pick up loops along the edges of this. So you can see how there are all of these loops at the top right here. So you go through and pick up loops along the edges, and then it creates this shape, and you can create different stitches depending on what part of the loop you pick up through. And so this is called the Monsoon shawl. It is actually from, there it is now, from the traveling yarn Handmade book.
Okay.
And I am working on my first part of my first color fade right now. So that's exciting.
I love the look of it.
And this is only the second Tunisian crochet project I've ever done. So I'm having a lot of fun trying something new since I'm not actively designing right now. My biggest goal is continuing education. So I am working on trying things that are outside of my comfort level.
Yes. I love how, Trish, you are all of us trying to explain in video our craft. You made me smile.
I hope you witnessed the entire stick my camera in my boobs scene.
Yeah, she's been on the whole time, so she saw the whole thing.
Oh, good, perfect, good. I'm happy. I'm happy to witness that debacle.
Yes, it's all real life here.
Yes. Yeah, so I have this. I have a brioche top on my to-do list. And then I have never done an all-over lace garment. And so I just picked out I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, Hiroko. It is an all-over lace top that is made entirely in one strand of yarn. So there is no cutting. So the construction is going to be really interesting too.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward to taking some time away from my own designs to try new things.
Yes, that's
and
fun.
educate myself on different techniques and things that I have not previously educated myself on.
Yes, it's an important part of designing is learning new things.
Yes.
For your brioche top, have you picked what you're going to work from there?
Yes, it's called In Your Element, and I'm probably gonna butcher her name too. Gosh, it's Naamo Ido. Gosh, what is her name? And she goes by Hasagar Knits on Instagram. She's from Israel.
Okay.
And she is the brioche witch. So she is well known for making really, really neat brioche patterns. So definitely worth checking her out.
Fun. Yeah,
If you are interested in brioche.
If you remember after the call to send me those
Yes.
things, I will add them in the description of the video.
Perfect. Yes, I will send you both the pattern for the top. I'll send all the stuff.
That's good. Perfect. Thank you. Do you have any of your designs around you to share right now?
Yes, I can share the accidental hat.
There you go.
You go grab it. My accidental hat. Which I haven't figured out what I want to do with yet.
Maria shared that she came on the weekly knit chit chat once and her dog incessantly barking.
Oh yes, I'm actually surprised. Well, actually, I should just look to see what one of mine is doing right now. Oh, she's playing bitey face with one of my other dogs, which is fine. They can play bitey face with each other. I just needed to make sure she wasn't chewing on something she's not supposed to be chewing on. The joy of puppies.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my accidental hat. It has no name. It's just an accidental hat. And here it is.
So fun.
Happy little accident. So why is this an accident? So I have a sweater that I designed for a publication for Notions magazine. It's coming out in November. So I guess technically this hat's a little mini sneak peek. So since the stitch pattern I'm using is in the sweater is completely unique, it does not have any tutorials out there because I made it up. So I needed to create some tutorials, and one of the things I was demonstrating in a different tutorial was how to not jog your stripes in the round. Because with very thin 2-row garter stripes, it looks really gross if that's jogged in a circular yoke. So I was definitely intentionally teaching people to not do that so it looks really seamless. So I need to swatch in the round, right? In order to show that off, because stripes don't jog when you knit flat. So I started swatching in the round. I'm like, well, I don't want to waste all this yarn. So it turned into a hat.
Perfect.
I did no math. Just was like, I looked at the label of the yarn I was using. I'm like, let's just pick a needle size in the middle. It'll probably be close to 18 stitches. Okay, sounds good. I need a multiple of 9 anyway. Great.
And it turned out great. So.
And it's fine. Yeah. So now I need to take some actual measurements and maybe decide if I want to reach out to a yarn company to see if I might want to rework it in their worsted weight yarn. I already have one in mind.
Fun.
Yeah. Since I am actually officially one of their brand ambassadors. I guess that's new exciting news.
Nice.
Yes, so I am officially a Sorella Yarn brand ambassador.
Sounds so official.
Yes, I have my own link and everything. It's pretty exciting. I still have, it's a brand new program. I don't even think they've officially announced it yet. They just reached out to some designers that they've worked with in the past to see if, just to give us first dibs. So that's pretty cool. So that's something that I think they'll be highlighting more in the future as the program evolves a little bit. So yeah, I still don't even know what all it entails. So.
Yes, that's so fun. Tinsui, I probably butchered that name, said, my dogs ran out today. We spent 2 hours searching for them.
Oh my gosh. How heart-wrenching.
It's so hard.
I know that feeling. I've had my dogs escape before. I've been very, I guess, fortunate that I've got a retention pond that have ducks as permanent residents right across the street from my house. So if they run away, I know exactly where they're going. They're going to go eat some ducks.
They're not going to get too far away.
No, they're going to go terrorize ducks. Do you need to come see me? Come here. You need to come see me, Mr. Charles. Speaking of dogs, we're about to get a cameo. Come on. Maybe. No, he doesn't want to nuzzle me. He just wants to sit next to me. You say hello, Charles.
Hi, Charles.
He says, yeah, whatever.
Oh, well, that's so fun. Thanks for sharing your Tunisian crochet with us and your new design.
Yeah. I'm going to hop off and drink my hot tea and see if I can make my tummy feel better.
Yes, I hope you're feeling lots better very soon.
Thank you. Have fun. How do I leave?
I might be able to kick you off. I don't remember.
Okay, kick me out. Do it.
The last time I tried to do that, I couldn't remember, so.
Oh, perfect. I think I found it.
Okay. Perfect. Yes, you did find it. Yeah, that was fun. Do we have any other Tunisian crocheters here? Actually, I saw Asia was here. I don't know if she's still here. She's definitely a Tunisian crocheter. Trish, you got a hi, Charles. I think the thing is that now it doesn't let me click the eye at the top to see everybody who's on. I think that's how I kicked people off before, and now it doesn't work. So anyway, that was fun. Is there anybody else who wants to join live? Share what you're working on. Doesn't have to be knitting, crochet, a project, sewing, whatever. Yeah, it'd be fun to have you on the chat. I think I already covered everything that I was going to cover. Oh, I didn't even grab out. Charles says I. Perfect. I didn't even grab out my knitting to knit while I chatted. So, well, that's too bad, I guess. if there's anybody who's interested in coming live, just let me know in the comments or request to join or something. I am wearing, what I'm wearing is the In a Mood scarf, which if I work a little bit this weekend, so tomorrow and Saturday are the Southern Comforts Fiber Market here close to, in Charlotte. And I have a friend from Australia who is currently here visiting her spouse's family in North Carolina, and so she's going to come down to Charlotte, and we are going to go to the fiber market tomorrow. If I'm successful, I won't buy any yarn. We will see. I'm sure you'll see in my stories the result. So anyway, that'll be fun, but that'll be most of my day tomorrow. So if I end up working a little bit on Saturday, because I'm not working tomorrow, I hopefully will get the scarf and the cowl. I thought I had the cowl here. Both to my tech editors so they can finally get out to testing because I've been so slow about it. And so, again, if you're not familiar, these are all In a Mood. It's a shawl version, cowl, scarf. The whole idea is that there's 4 stitches and you get to choose what you work, when, and for how long, and how many colors, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a choose your own adventure style. But yes. Maria Lise asked if I'm still working on my cardi. Yes, the cardigan that I've been working on since November. And my friend who I'm going to be meeting up with tomorrow, she actually just started the same cardigan recently, within the last couple weeks, and she's already farther than I am. So anyway, this is my Maema cardigan. It's a design by Pip and Pen. The yarn that I am using is a Malabrigo. It's a little more purple than it's showing, I guess. Like, maybe a little more similar to, I don't know, all the colors are weird now. But a little more similar to my, that might be more accurate there. Anyway, it's really pretty, really excited about it, but I pretty much only work on it when I am on some sort of call, chatting, and I didn't even forget to, I didn't even remember to pull it out before this call, so I am doing well there. I probably won't have it as a cardigan to wear this year. You're planning to knit it? What yarn are you planning to use? Have you picked out yarns at all? The other thing that I have here for show and tell is nothing new. This is a pretty bag from Hikari Handmade. She's in Montana, so when I designed my Montana collection, Montana's where I grew up, that's how I first got in contact with her, but her bags are beautiful. But the reason I was going to show this yarn again is because I will hopefully be able to start knitting my first pullover design like this week, maybe early next week. So hopefully I'll have a little bit to show you next week. So the whole thing will be this color, which is Baltic Lava, maybe. This is Camp Fiber Yarns, DK weight. I do not remember which base. And then this color as an accent at the bottom. So anyway, that is very exciting. I have not started the knitting yet, but hopefully very, 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 very soon. I'm going to use some Tippy Tree in Mountainside. That would be really pretty, so it's a great color. You know, if I knit faster, I would love to have like a gray version, a black version, a navy version, and this purple version. Yeah, it seems like it'll be really cozy. It's my first hand knit cardigan, so that's a lot of fun. I only have one hand knit pullover that I've made for myself. So I'm really, really excited about the DK weight pullovers that I'm going to be designing because they will work up faster too. And they'll be pretty simple knits. So for this design with camp fiber, I will be making 2 samples to show a couple different color ideas and length options and things like that. And then I have my design for in tandem that will also be a pullover. So by the end of the year, I should have 3 new pullovers to wear. They'll all be design samples, but I can still wear them, right? So that will be fun. And then, of course, there is, what was the sometime when we chatted, Maria Elise was here, and maybe Natalia was here. Karen was here. Anyway, we were talking about some other yarn that I have where the design idea kind of just flopped, and that I think will be made into a cardigan. So I'll probably get that done, even though it's not even on my to-do list yet, really, before I get this done. That is like the life of a designer. This is why you have to do what Trish is doing right now, and intentionally set aside time to make other folks' patterns, because otherwise you're like me and only knit designs, really. Another design that I've been wanting to knit, which I might actually get done before the end of the year, is Megan of Pip and Pin's Aurora headband. I've been wanting some more headbands. What I actually want is something more like what I can just wear inside every day. I don't know if that one's quite going to be right, but yes. Like wearing my samples to fiber festivals as advertising. Yes, I do the same. But I want to have hand knit pullovers so I can wear them regularly, because I've realized what I actually want to wear is pullovers and cardigans and hoodies and things like that. So we'll see how warm they get. Maybe that's why I have 2 samples, so I can wear one and the other one can be my own to wear. Or one can be mine to wear and one can be the design sample. But yes, that is so fun. Yeah, I think that's all from me today. Like I said, we have the fiber market tomorrow, and who knows after that. Then it'll be the weekend. So if there's nobody else interested in hopping on live, go ahead and let me know if you want to. Again, I guess it's Maria Elise and Trish left. So Maria Elise, would you like to hop on live? And while I'm waiting for your response, maybe I can come up with something motivational or inspirational to share. Afraid the dogs will bark. Okay, no worries. Oh man, why am I struggling? You can try? You want to? You're more than welcome to. I just invited you. Oh, and you requested. There.
Here I am.
Oh, how are you?
And now I can only see half of my, I don't know what I look like. I can only see half of my
We lost you. I invited you again. We'll see. And you requested again. We'll get this sorted out eventually.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back now.
Okay. I can't see my face. I have something that I can't take out, but it's okay. I can see you.
Yeah, well, I can see your face. It looks beautiful.
Well, there you go. There you go. Yes, of course, now the dogs are completely awake and roaming.
No worries. Don't worry about it. What are you working on?
Oh, this is, and now because I can't see my face, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is my next pattern. So they're gonna be the honey tree socks.
That's so beautiful. I love it.
So Winnie the Pooh themed because I'm a big kid. It makes me happy, you know. I think of stuff that makes me happy now, and every time I think smile file. So you really caught my attention there, and I think that's a great reminder to all of us. So I love your smile file.
Thank
I'm
you.
writing.
Yes. And for anybody who isn't familiar with Smile File yet, the idea is basically storing up things that make you smile. So, you know, you can create a folder on your computer, your phone, or whatever of pictures and like for compliments and different things that just make you feel good. And so when you're feeling down, you can refer to those. And so I've started every Friday. I have Smile File Friday where I ask everybody to share something that makes them smile.
I think that's a great idea. I love that. And also, it just makes me more mindful now. Every time I see something that's funny or cute, it reminds me of that right away. And I love that.
I love that.
It's a great reminder. And yeah, it's just exciting. You were talking about your fiber festival or fiber event that you're going to. I'm going to my first fiber festival on Saturday with my eldest daughter and her wife, and I'm so excited.
That's so exciting. How far away is it from you?
It's just over an hour, so it's not. I live in Canada. I live in Ottawa, which is our national capital, but it's going to be on the other side of, I live in Ontario. It's going to be on the Quebec side, the French-speaking side of the border between our two provinces. And it's called Saint-André-Avelin. And yeah, I'm super excited. It's the Twist Fiber Festival. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to meet some people that I've met before there, but also some new yarn dyers and sheepdog trials, and I think it's going to be fun.
It will be. You'll absolutely love it. I just went to my first festivals last year, so.
Yeah, where was it?
Here in, well, technically my first one would have been the same one that I'm going to now.
Okay.
Last year was their first year doing it. And then there's another one on the west side of North Carolina that I went to that's a lot bigger in October, I think. So
Yeah, I think fall would probably be nice, but it's not supposed to be too hot this weekend because it's been over 100 degrees here lately.
Yeah.
So so today's only in the 80s, maybe 90, and it's feeling really comfortable.
Yes. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get down into the 80s this weekend too, but I don't know how long it's going to stay there.
I don't know either. I'm just enjoying it. I might be able to wear a knitted tee. I'm hoping because it feels like I should.
Yes.
Do you wear knitted stuff when you go to festivals?
I do. I usually wear a shawl because that's what I have a lot of. But
I'll be wearing a tee. I think I have 3 tees now and a tank top. And I wore my first linen garment that I knitted I finished last week, and I wore it, and it was 100 degrees on Sunday, and I thought everybody had been saying you should try it, and I didn't believe it. I was actually still comfortable. I would not have stayed 5 hours outside, but I was as comfortable as I was in another garment.
wow.
That's incredible. I was just really comfy. So if you have not knitted linen before, it's a silk linen blend that I knitted, and I recommend it. It's really great.
What specific yarn company did you use?
It was Alley Cat. This is also Alley Cat. So yeah, Tippy Tree and Alley Cat, they're not my only yarn that I knit. I've knitted others, and I do have others in my stash, but they're probably the two that I use the most frequently. I really love their colors. Just speak to me, and also I find all of their bases are really nice to work with. So yeah, my stash of both Tippy Tree and Alley Cat is pretty large.
Well, I won't tell anyone.
No, but I've discovered a few new ones too, and I will meet them in person at the Yarn Festival. I'm really excited, and I will be working with the new yarn dyer for both the shawl and the sock pattern in the next few months, and I'm excited about that too. So
That's so exciting.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm just having fun.
Yes. Yeah, so the linen, I haven't ever used linen before. What did you
No,
think of the knitting experience?
I was not sure in the beginning. Mine was really, really fine, and it was thinner than I expected. It's also less stretchy. But I really enjoyed it. It doesn't, well, mine did not split. So, which I was a little afraid of because of the silk. Sometimes it wants to split, but no, it was really nice to work with. Um, yeah, and it's just so soft. Um, yeah, I'm really happy with it. It was strange though. I really, I had to trust the math. I did the math because I had to, it was so fine. I had to go up two needle sizes and then up two of the garment size. And I did the math like 4 times, and then I just trusted it, and it fits perfectly. But you do have to make sure that you, for those of you who don't swatch, I'm not usually absolutely you must swatch. I try to, but for something like this, if you knit in silk linen, do swatch because it won't really grow and stretch. It kind of stays the same. So you have to know what your knitting swatch will give you.
Yeah.
Otherwise you can't stretch it. It would get misshapen, I think. But I think it will remain though very, very nicely blocked at the dimensions, which I love. So
Yeah.
I don't have it here because it's actually I gave it to her as a sample for the festival. So otherwise I would have shown you, but I'm really loving it. So
That's fun. And now you can't wear the festival either.
no, but it's okay. I have 3 tees to choose from, so I wear my knits all the time. So do you wear your knits a lot? Oh, you said you only have one pullover right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
You
that's
deserve more.
that's part of why I want to do more pullovers and cardigans and things, because I'm a lot more likely to wear that than accessories. Especially like I'm at home all the time, and so I just don't really think of the accessories until I'm hopping on a call, basically.
I get it. I wear my knits all the time. All the time. Like, well, the tees, I only have 3, so I don't wear them every day. But as soon as the end of September comes, I wear something knitted almost every day. I love it.
Yes.
Yes. So you deserve it. You should knit for you, for your wardrobe.
Yeah, because it's one of those things. I have one cardigan, not knit, just store bought,
Mm-hmm.
that I wear all the time, and it goes with, like 20% of what I wear. And it makes me a little ashamed every time I put it on that I don't have a knit cardigan that I can wear.
But now you'll have one and maybe 2. And I'm excited to see what you'll do with that purplish yarn that you were showing us before.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I didn't even really talk about it. It's a purple, and somehow it got all unwound here. But then it has like some pink and some like orangish colors. It's really
Yeah. And what dyer is that?
Camp fiber yarns.
Oh,
Also.
yes. Yes. I think it's going to be lovely. So I can't wait. It's going to go in my cart. And I'm going to knit it for me.
Yes, perfect.
I'm a very selfish knitter.
Yeah, no problem with that at all. I don't really knit for other people. I've done a few like baby knits, but
Yeah. Well, I knit socks, I think, once for my husband, and I was going to knit him something, but even better, he started knitting.
yes,
So he knits his own stuff. That's even better.
yes,
So
it's perfect.
thanks for having me on, my dear. You have a beautiful weekend.
Thank you. You too. So fun to have you on again.
Are you going to kick me out?
I,
Oh, I think I might be able to do it. I'll try.
okay.
All right.
There you go. Perfect. Well, we're rounding up on the hour now again, so thank you everybody for joining. Those that joined live, it's always so fun to be able to chat with you. And if you're not able to join live, I always appreciate you joining afterwards as well. That's what the replays are for. I know that the time can't work for everybody, so thanks for being around in my corner. Sorry for bumping everything. For motivational, inspirational kind of thing. One of the podcasts that I was recording earlier was talking about how important it is to just be yourself. So I guess that's my inspirational tip for you. Folks are drawn to who you are when you are authentic and genuine, and you're not trying to be somebody else, and it puts a lot less pressure on yourself when you just are yourself and you're not trying to be somebody else. So don't be scared to be yourself, and just show up in the world as you are. You're a beautiful, wonderful soul. So let's see, what's my normal spiel? Remember that you are on your own journey, so take charge of it and make sure it is, what you want it to be. And I think that's basically what I say. I don't know exactly. Thanks again for joining, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend. And I look forward to hearing what made you smile this week tomorrow on Smile File Friday. I'll talk to you later.